Shalom, y'all Island. People in Tulsa Oklahoma. What's going on here? About some downfall of Babylon the Great. First thing first, it's the East, you know, first story two. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rahakadas. Hey, fellow equal tongues, great name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors, the apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom, sister, brothers, living in the truth. And shalom, to brothers and sisters, listening and studying to yourself approved. Shalom. Hey, come here today. We're going to be breaking down a very good chapter, man. And we're going to go to the Apocrypha. We're going to go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. We're going to break down that whole chapter. It's talking about, basically give you a manifesto on Esau's mindset, on how Esau thinks and Esau's intention. You know, that's what the whole chapter is going into. We're going to start off first things first. Hey, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not all right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
He said the wicked, man. So first you gotta know who the wicked is. The wicked is Esau Edom. And he said his life is short and tedious, right? That's because he knows by reading the scriptures. It says he's wiser than Daniel. So he searched out the scriptures at one point in time. So he knows his end, and his end ain't glorious, man. His end is bad. He got no remedy, like it said. That's Obadiah 1 and 18. He said he would cut him off as and use him as stubble. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, Esau has no place of repentance, which means he can't get that tender mercy from Yahweh shop. Therefore, since he can't, he's like crabs in a barrel. Since I can't get redemption, I can't be saved, he's going to take down everybody else with him. And then the people who can get their redemption, get that tender mercy, be saved, he hates them.
He said this time is short and tedious. That's Revelation 12 and 12. You got
this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It said, therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And then as I brought down in the first scripture, he said he knows that he had but a short time. As you read in the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, where he said there's no, what did it say? Yeah, there's no remedy. Hold on.
Time is short and tedious.
Yeah, that's part where he said our life is short and tedious. And that's what he's talking about right there. Because the devil is going to come down on them because they know their life is short and tedious. They know that they're about to come to an end. They know that they're about to get sick. Okay? So that's why when you read Revelation 12 and 12, it's clearly talking about Esau Edom.
Yep, same with that verse right there.
And the same thing with Revelation chapter 2 and 1. Yep. So their end is spoken about throughout the whole scripture, throughout the whole Holy Bible. Just like the Occupy brought out Obadiah 1 and 18. They're talking about Esau Edom end.
Yep. He's the son of perdition. You know, perdition mean, hey, that's like that bottomless pit. You're done. So when you think about it, when they try to say, you know, everybody gonna go to hell, burn forever, he's gonna be, you know, just tormented forever. Really, he talking about his damn self. That's what he gonna get, his whole nation. Because they don't like the scripture say they have no remedy. There's no, folks, I hate them. That's Romans 9 and 13, Malachi 1 and 3. There's a virus. They're about to be eradicated. So y'all want to keep moving?
I got another question right here. This is Psalm chapter 49 and verse 11. And it said their inward thought is that their house shall call generation. They are called the land, they call the land, they say they call their land after their own name. All right, and verse 12, I think. Verse 12, he said, nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not, he is like the beast that perished. All right, so he is like the beast that perished, which goes back to Wisdom of Solomon, verse 2, because he said he's not going to be able to, no man is known to be lifted up from the grave. That part right there, he's talking about himself, as because he's not talking about the prophet Yahweh Shai and the children of Israel. We have that birthright. We can be born again. But Esau Edom, he don't have that. So that's why he said that no man have been known, no man of his tribe been known to be raised from the grave.
Okay. Verse 2. Okay, this was Solomon, chapter 2, verse 2. For we are born at all of venture, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark is the movement of our heart. Verse 3, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned to the ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
That goes right along with Obadiah verse 1 and 18 as well. He said his ashes will read it again now. Verse 3.
Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes.
His body shall be turned into ashes, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Obadiah, it tells you that. It's just spot on.
Forget that. Remember that it said, "Sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, the dust and ashes is synonymous." So basically saying, "Woe, destruction for Esau."
That dust, he's gonna be in confusion before the end, and then at the very end, he's gonna be stubborn, man. This is Obadiah 1 and 18. It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau shall be a stubble." That's that ashes right there. When you burn stuff up, hey, well, what's left, man? Nothing but ash and stubble. It says, "And they shall kindle them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau." So Esau already knows that's why in the verse 1 it says his time is short and tedious, man. So hey, he knows these things. That's why he's going so hard, full body right now, trying to get his NWO off the ground.
Okay, I got another question right here because you quoted that Isaiah. This Isaiah 40 chapter 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." And it says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans." And it said, "For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, and make bare the legs, uncover thy thighs, and pass over the river." And it said, "Thy necklace shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
Ooh, I love that verse.
And that part right there, when it says Yahweh Bashim Yahshua said he would not meet thee as a man. So in other words, Esau Edom is gonna be put in the dust by the thermonuclear weapon, because they created it, and it's gonna come back around to them. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is gonna come with the chariot, and he's gonna send over his face, and they gonna put him in the dust.
Like that movie, War of the World.
War.
Watch that with Tom Cruise, Joshua Rollins.
What was that? Mars Attack.
They turned him into dust.
Yep.
Yeah, and look, that verse you brought, that basically breaks down verse 4. I'm gonna go into verse 4. Check it out. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 4. "And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as the mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof."
Now that's why Esau he don't go full body, man. That's why he coming with that YOLO spirit. He's trying to get everybody in there. He only live once because he know his time is short and tedious, man. He knows that nobody's gonna remember this damn devil in the kingdom, man. After that 1,000 years, that time when he's that 1,000 years while he's over there being a slave, hey man, we're gonna remember the time he put hell on us. But after that, hey, he ain't gonna be nowhere in remembrance because he's gonna be gone completely off the face of the earth.
All his work's gonna burn up, with the fervent heat. It's gonna be no more remembrance, man. I say you got to I don't think we're gonna have with that being said, ain't gonna be no museum, ain't gonna be no traces. They gonna look at us like, man, what's the Edomite? Didn't they used to be some pale people that used to rule?
We gonna be walking around like we got Alzheimer's when it comes to Esau.
I got a couple precepts here. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 10, I start verse 1. "A wise judge will judge his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers." All right, we know how Esau is. Esau is like the most profane, profane person is Esau. So therefore, you see, Esau pushing all this wickedness, and the people that are on Team Esau, you know, are right there with them, you know, pushing all this wicked, abominable acts, and say, well, what manner of a man the ruler of the city is, such are all that dwell therein. And we see it, you know. You got your brothers on the highways and byways, you know, speaking, bring out this righteousness, and you know, everybody's want to go after that wickedness, you know, and say, an unwise king destroy his people, but through the fruits of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So, hey, Esau, he an unwise king, you know, I mean, he destroying his own people, you know. But I mean, destruction is already set, so he's gonna try to take as many as Jake as he can, you know, before that return to Halashah. The last one, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over one that's profitable.
They're going to Yahushua and the prophets, the 144,000, and the numerous multitudes go to the whole select. That's who he's going to set up the rule next, man. That's who's profitable. That's why he calls them a prophet, because they have value. Anytime you get a prophet, that's valuable right there. So, like I said, all the Akim on the highway ahead, just pushing this word out, you know, continue the legacy. Yahushua, man, that's value right there. It's profit. Yahushua, hey, you going to put that in his barnyard, like, yeah, I can use that. Esau, he going to cut Esau off. They say Yahushua is like a good position. He cut off the defeat. You know, Esau like cancer. You know, you got cancer. What they do? They put you in that chamber to get radiated. And that's what Yahushua about to do to Esau, man. He about to eradicate him, man. Eat him up, burn him out. He gonna keep in what's precious, man, which is the hopeful elect. You know, start with the elders, 144,000 on down. So we're gonna keep on pushing it. You got one? Okay.
Malachi chapter 1, I'm gonna start at verse 2. And he said, I have loved you, said the Lord, Yahweh. Yet they say, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I love Jacob. All right. And he said, and I hated Esau and laid his mountain waste and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness. All right. Verse 4, and it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, we will return and build a natural place. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will go down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
You kind of read. That's gonna break down the next verse. Basically,
I just read all of that whatever pops up.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it. I brought that out. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 5. For our time is a very shadow that passes away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. So that go right along with you brought out right there. He saw all this stuff. He's trying to build up, but he go, hey, y'all try about to throw down. You know? And like you said, this heritage for the dragons is gonna be wasteland definitely. Esau no ain't no coming back from this, man. Like I said earlier, Dar, hey, Esau gotta go all out. This is it for him. This is the last, you know, his last call for alcohol, his last little hooray. You know, after this, man, he's done with me. Y'all show up in that fathership, hey, that's game over. You know, Esau ain't gonna be able to dictate. He ain't gonna be able to run nothing else after that, man. It's gonna be hard bondage, straight slavery after that. Get this, get that. Hey, look, he said to render unto them double. We're gonna put on Esau that rod of iron so hard that they're gonna go extinct. After 1,000 years, no more of the man in the house of Esau. You know, that's how bad it's gonna be on them, man. You know, we're gonna meditate terror on them devils, man. You know, in righteousness. That's how we're gonna double up. So I'm gonna keep on going on verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like in our youth.
It said, let us enjoy the good things that are present, man. Esau know that he's done for, so all he can do is just live it up, man. Just live it up. Go out there, shit, pop you a boy, go over there, shit, drink, be married, stack up, go on vacation, do all your things, because hey, when the Lord come back, hey, none of that's for you. You're gonna be on the lowest ground, getting whipped on your back, and ultimately burnt the fuck up. Excuse my French.
I got a quick one right here just to back that up. So that's as I just said, because Esau was very boastful. He basically he's preparing for what he's gonna be able to do tomorrow. And that's why y'all said that we should not follow the ways of the heathen. All right, so this is Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 1. And it says, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. All right, so that's as we get ready to go into, we actually telling you we don't know when the time is gonna come, when Yahweh gonna come, but the signs are there. Okay, so we telling you, don't boast not thyself tomorrow. Don't be like Esau either. Let him do that. Let him write in his own lot, because that is his lot. He's going to go with it. So that's why he's able to boast what he's going to do tomorrow. But how about y'all allow us? He said we need to be separate from him. That way we won't get that same lot of Esau.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this on that. I feel like Esau don't look for tomorrow. That's why Esau's in that YOLO spirit. Esau, he does stuff like thinking of the present now. He don't think of consequences. For example, look at his economy. You know, Esau look for the quick buck right now, but he don't look down the line. You know, Esau don't look down the line for his younger children. You know, he don't think about tomorrow. Esau think about right now. What much can I get right now? You know, that's why the economy messed up. You know, Esau doesn't. That's why he's an unwise king. He doesn't think about generations past on down. If he did, you know, if he had this type of wisdom, he would initiate the laws in this book. Esau only cares about the right now. He only cares about pleasure right now. Yeah, that's the spirit he in. Esau don't look for tomorrow. Because if he did, he'd make a better tomorrow. Esau only think about right now and what gratification pleasure he can get. So he don't really boast about tomorrow. Really, that'd be like Jake doing that. Yeah, Jake can do that. Jake like, man, I'll do that tomorrow. Or I'll get with the Lord tomorrow. He Terry. Esau like, man, fuck that. Hey, what's that Mountain Dew spirit? Or Nike, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah.
Esau, he like, just do it. You know, who cares? You know, I don't care if I'm get the, you know, what they call that. I don't want to say the word. It might say medical misconception, but you don't worry about getting the diseases for being in a man's anus. He just say, long as it feels good.
The alphabet agenda. That's the reason why he promoted the alphabet agenda right there. That ain't no future. That ain't no tomorrow. He's just by practicing that lifestyle.
It's just like we were saying, you know, you see the topic come out on the stuff that everybody's been getting, and then it's saying that, you know, expecting their immune system for them that, you know, that AIDS, you know what I mean? So, he playing every angle he there believes, you know what I mean? He playing every angle.
That's why John said I would destroy them with destroying the earth. That's what they're doing. They're destroying the earth. Not only they destroying the people, they destroying these plants. So everywhere, every now and then I walk in the neighborhood, I see a squirrel in the grass like he got ran over. I'm like, this ain't squirrel when he's in the tree. How these squirrels die? You know, how these birds die? The birds is ready to die, so they destroying the whole earth with these squirrels and so on.
So we got was it in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, the unwise king, you know, these people falling after Esau, man.
Right.
You know, low level Edomites, you know, your 2/3 Jake and then the heathens. You know, they all look up to daddy Esau. You know, whatever Esau says is a go, they don't question. You know,
I'm gonna elaborate on the last part. They said, let us speedily use the preacher like it's our youth. That's why you had that MAGA spirit. Esau want to do stuff like his great-great-granddaddy did. They youth. They started out with that Alexander the Greek spirit. They started out killing and conquering. Esau devised to get back into that spirit, man. You know, that's why they spreading around like the Green Bay tree, looking to take people's resources. They want to do like their ancestors did. They just had a movie called The Northman, talking about Vikings and stuff. They want to go back in that spirit. Raccoon drones, clubbing people with axes. He's not about to get back in that spirit. Let these riots, let the food come up short, let the gas go up. He's gonna go right back to that caveman spirit. And that's his youth. That's how he started.
And that creature going into creation of the Heavenly Father. And Esau used the hell out of the creation of the Heavenly Father. That's why these animals is going to stink. That's why the seeds is all fucked up, because they took all the bottom feeders and cleans it and use it as a delicacy. Even goes with Jake, how he took us from the western interiors of Africa and used the hell out of us and built up his kingdom. So he used all of the Lord's creation and as his youth.
Abuse. You know, as you say, those that use this world is not abusing it. You know, like, hey, that's what we supposed to do. You know, it's because the world is not as abused as Esau, and he's there in the way he pushed his agenda throughout the earth is abuse the earth. You know, take all the resources, still kill, you know,
Drain this motherfucker.
And look, this verse 7 goes back on everything we just said. This verse 7. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointment, and let no flowers of spring pass by us.
That goes back into Isaac. When he gave Esau the blessing, man. He said, we're going to fill his, let's see, what is read that again now?
Let us fill ourselves with costly wine
and ointment. So, hey, he pretty much, Isaac blessed him with the fatness of the earth, man. He blessed him with the riches, the best places to live, the best, like, everything. So, just for that short period of time, and then, you know, Yasharala going to get it. But, hey, Esau did his thing, though. He used it, man. He used that to his fullest advantage, man.
By using his blessing with the sword. He used it by force.
That's how we know. I mean, that's one of the main characteristics of Esau is he's gonna live by that sword. Yeah. And I mean, you look at history, he tells you who's gonna live by the sword. You know, the so-called white man. You know, start with America, the hammer of the earth. You know,
just like verse 8 was it tell you about to read, man. That goes into the blessing Isaac gave him, man.
Yeah, I'm about to elaborate more on 7. It said, let us fill ourselves with costly wine. That goes his philosophy that he put out there. And he makes it expensive. That's why the other countries, the economy's all messed up, man. They all mingle themselves with Esau's costly wine. And he said, let no flower of spring pass by us. So every time something new want to spring up, any little, civilization in other cultures, did they stuff together like Moab trying to get his stuff together? He said, no, nobody can pass us up. Nobody rules by the master, man. That's that Job 9:24 spirit. Black Wall, man, perfect example. Black Wall Street standing there right now, man. We about to pass up Esau, and he blew it up because he don't want nobody, having better wine than what he got. He feel like his sauce, his juice is the best, and can't nobody outshine it. His stuff is really the worst. So really, hey, he keeps the whole world on low vibration. That's that verse going into. Esau keep everything on a low level.
That's the spirit right there, because Esau is man.
Praise man. I'm about to say this. Ace man.
You think about it, really though. I mean, because now that we have this understanding, I mean, all these curses really turn into like a blessing for us, because we ain't entrapped, in the world. We ain't, caught up in bullshit that's gonna lead to death, that carnal mind, with Romans 8:6, So I mean, hey man, the water how much you outside.
I'm gonna go to read verse 8. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered.
That means he knows the end date. He knows the end date. That's why he's over there running rampant around us right now, trying to hoarding resources and doing all these things, because he knows he about to wither, man. He about to wither and fade away, like that preacher of Yahweh, that parable Yahweh said about the wither, the wither of the fig tree.
And I like how Yahweh used rosebuds on that. If anybody had a rose, roses die quickly. So they let you know Esau's rule would be short. Because when you really think about his rulership compared to other brown nations, he ain't really ruled that long compared to everybody else.
Only for a season.
Yep, a couple thousand years, man. And like during his rulership got upset. We was ruling during the Dark Ages. Through the Renaissance, he came back. They wound healed.
Another thing about a rose bush, you put too much water, then it actually kill it. He thought he can't have to be choosing for water right there.
Got back up. Job chapter 20, verse 5. Let's lock up verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the crime of the wicked is sure, and the joy of the hypocrite look for Moses.
Just like a rosebud, man. We're gonna last for a quick second, man. So he's trying to get all the mirth, all the partying, all the wickedness out, and like we at the end. So now he got to do it like on a big level, like oh shit, you got an alcoholic, and they say last call for alcohol in the club, he get to run to the party. He's trying to get toe up.
Moses was actually do good in the springtime too, and all the alcohol and all that stuff must come out.
Finishing that off last two here, Job chapter 20, verse 6. Though his excellency mount up through the heavens, and his head reaching through the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own tongue. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? You know, that coming destruction to Esau Edom. You know, he perished like his own tongue. And these devils are in their ecstasy right now. So mounting up to the heaven, they're sitting on high in this earth, and they pretty much, run everything that goes on in the earth. Up to a point they got a damn space force called the dragon. That goes hand in hand with the cross to come. You know what, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, Michael the archangel, the angel of the church coming to fight against, the dragon and his angels. Well, that's referring to Esau Edom and his military forces.
And check this out. This is going to fit what we were talking about earlier. Verse 9. We got verse 9. Let none of us go without a part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. But this is our portion, and our lot is dead. Somebody got to get Job 9:24 for that one.
What's the other one?
Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, because the faith of the judge thereof, not weighing who is.
And that goes, he said, leave a token of joyfulness in every place. That shows he won't keep his foot at home. We probably get that precept. And then, like you said earlier, you talking about Genesis, he get the fatness of the lamb. That's the voluptuous mean thickness. A voluptuous woman, hey, she got big everything, and it's shaped up nice. So that shows that Esau was gonna get the best of everything. And that was his mindset. We're gonna get the best of everything. Everybody else gonna get whatever, but the best is for us. That's why I said let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness.
It also goes back into that precept that the brother brought out Psalms 49 and 11, where it said the houses will continue forever. Because you think that shit. All that voluptuousness, all that goodness and stuff that the Lord is giving them right now, he's trying to make that last forever. But he know it ain't gonna happen.
And then he said, let us leave tokens about joyfulness in every place. That's spreading that alphabet agenda everywhere. That's a token of Esau.
Esau got his hand in every different country as well. He got an embassy in almost every country of the world.
Another thing, another token, what you can see in the letter with Esau been taking down his little statues. You know what I mean?
That's him trying to cover up his tracks.
Yeah. That's another one of
that's the critical race theory. He's trying to get rid of his tokens now because he's been, like Ox said, he's been found out. His secret place has been found out. We're going back, it's shameful spewing on his glory. And now he's taking it down. He's like, oh man, that ain't good.
Hey, nothing tokens say, hey, look, why, look at us, why people big and all this. But now he's taking them down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's shameful now. Now he like, and plus, because of that is how we found our heritage back. Now he's like, man, hold up. He's trying to erase race theory. That didn't happen. Slavery didn't happen. Y'all was indigenous immigrants.
You saw type of slick with me. I do all this shit, then I leave some food. These motherfuckers still don't figure it out. But hey, you still pay hours on the side. We don't even need food. You know what I mean? We gonna figure it out.
It's too late. I feel like he's trying to do this. It's too late in the game. You gonna have to do that. You're gonna do that now that the spirit of Hebrew Israelite is full bloom. You should have did that like 50 years ago. That show Esau's a fool. He should have never did that. Really, showed him coming up. He just kind of told on himself, leaving that token like a blues clue.
Every 100 years, he did something wicked. He didn't destroy people every 100 years up until now.
Hey, the prophets like, hey, hold up. Hey, he got the whip. Hold up, Roosevelt on the horse in power.
Yeah.
You got the Northern Trial, Southern Trial walking behind him on the ground. You see red paws everywhere. Yeah, like hold up, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is our portion, and our lot is this. That's that Job 9:24. That's that blessing that Isaac gave you, man. The fatness of the earth, man. So that shows scriptures go together, man. Line upon line, precept upon precept. You got that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you got that Rahak Kadash on you, it's easy to see it, man. It make it plain to the right, man. Like that's how I see Esau clearly. And Esau hate when you see him, like they get nervous. They don't want to talk to you. Like, this dude just give me a weird vibe. Like he, man, them Edomites look at me crazy at the job. Like this dude here, he's something else. He's from another fashion. They want you to be in that blind spirit, I look at them through what's that, rose-colored glasses. They baby Jesus. I know most 2/3 Jakes look at them like that. They worship Esau. Man, they be all up Esau ass, man. It's like my French, but that's how Jake is. And Esau feel comfortable like that. When you look at him, is he the base man? He the devil? Man, they get to sweating and shit. They act weird. They turn red. They turn their real color. You know? I got a quick right here to back you up. No, you go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 5. And he said, yeah, also, because he transgressed my wine, he is a proud man, he's a keeper at home, whom enlarge his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him steps, like to gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people.
Ooh, that's that keeping tokens of goodness in every place. See, go right with it.
Isaiah 26, verse 4. Trust ye in the Lord Yahweh forever. For the Lord Yahweh is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down him that dwell on high. The lofty city, he layeth it low. He layeth it low even to the ground. He bringeth this even to the dust. And that was that witness in a very a biblical portion. You know how they say that? Biblical proportion. We got to witness people be laid flat, all right, all across the board. The wicked 2/3 heathen, you know, all the way up to the wicked reserved for that day of destruction. You know, when the pure part, the most part of the wicked will be destroyed, you know, returning how it shine. You know,
Come down and get you done, those daughters of Babylon.
And check this out. It's about the back of everything we were saying earlier, man. Verse 10. I'm gonna keep it rolling. Check out verse 10. See this? Hey, that's that token. This is the straight clues on who, you know, the house y'all talk about right here. Let's go verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
That's we saw Edo to a T, man. He's oppressed us since he grabbed us. He oppressed us since the Renaissance, man. And he's still doing that to this day right now, man. I got a precept. This is Proverbs 22:16. It said, he that oppresses the poor increases in riches. And that's what he's done right now. That's why he's on high right now at this moment. He's on the top of the mountain right now, but he got a slippery fall to go down here in a second. And reading on, it says, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. And Esau, Edom is about to surely come to want, man. Esau take from us and keep giving it to the rich, which are the bankers, man. And who pretty much are the issues. So hey, he gonna come to want here in a second. And when he come to want, it's gonna be bad for him because he ain't never had to deal with that.
That's the rich get richer, poor get poor, man. Because Esau, his whole system is to rob the poor and oppress the poor righteous man. Go ahead.
I got the quick right here. When you think he's gonna come to woe, this is one of the things that they use to oppress the poor. So this is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, that right grievances when they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may see their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Verse 11. Yeah. And then man, somebody go in Deuteronomy, because it said, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age, or spare the widow. That shows that Esau will not be good to the young or good to the old, which is one of the curses. I want to say it's in one of them Deuteronomy chapter 28. You know? Yeah, because Esau don't give a damn. He don't give a damn about the elderly. He don't give a damn about the young, which is why we got abortions going on, which he's trying to peel back now because that reversed on him. You know?
but say you too much food. You can't his own people. You see Russia, Ukraine, not Edomite versus Edomite. You know what I mean?
All right, and that's how he got rich, by oppressing the poor righteous man. Who's that righteous man? Yasser Allah. And look, we gotta look no further than where we're standing at now, Black Wall Street. You know, our asses pulled that stuff up by the bootstraps. Got rich, had a Wall Street booming better than Esau. That's why, hey, can't nobody tell me that Yasser ain't smarter than Esau. Can't nobody tell me Esau's smart. No, he not. He dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? Everything he got was off the backs of Yasser Allah. Everything he got. I know that's why he stick close to Yasser Allah. Every time Yasser Allah goes somewhere, here comes this devil. He can't live without Yasser Allah. He's the vampire. He got to suck the blood, suck the resources of Yasser Allah to get anything he got. Without Yasser Allah, that devil would die, man. You know?
That's what they are. Leeches and
parasites.
Yeah, everything.
He might sound like a mic. Yeah. You know, that's my thing.
Like a dust mite,
Yeah,
termite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got a substance, the substance of Yasharala, man, because he can't do anything on his own, and that's how they got their riches, man. They stole it. They kill, steal, and destroy everywhere they go. They don't build nothing about diplomacy. They don't come with nothing inventive or beneficial.
They don't come that is according to the Bible, everything that they come with is contrary to the way Heavenly Father.
Yeah. That's what he come up with. He's all good at that. He said, we ain't no haters. We'll give Esau his credit when credit is due. Now, he good at creating that. He's great at that.
That was, or did us pushing those darkness upon the feet.
Lies. He good at that. Ain't nobody a better liar than Esau. Ain't nobody more wicked than Esau.
I think I got that curse thinking about it. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to start at verse 9. It said, the Lord, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flying, a nation whose tongues shall not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor to favors to the young.
Yup, they fit right there with that verse perfectly, man. They don't give a damn about the young or old. Esau don't care about no life, man. It's all about them. Say fierce continents, man.
That was one of the tribes getting on that ship. You know what I mean? My mistake.
Yeah, it is. When they brought about ships.
That was what they say, like million Israelites. They killed them. In the process of coming over here, going over because they had insurance. These fucking devils had insurance on the Israelites and every so-called slave that perished. These devils got paid for. You know what I mean?
And then back up even further about this story, that actually they was there's a certain amount of weight that the ship had to bring over. If they was overweight, that's why they throwing them overboard, because they knew that they was over the weight, so they threw the slaves overboard. Because
that was Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. The southern tribe came over here in ships. They translated slave trade. That's another thing too. That's how we got scattered. That scattered Israelites all over, and it wasn't just Esau involved in that. It was the Arabs, Ishmael was involved in that as well.
Revelation 11.
Yeah, he rounded us up. Him rounded us up, and then sold us to Ishmael and Esau. And Esau made it profitable. That's who that's who financed the whole slave trade.
That actually goes back to Job 9:24, because he covered the face of the judge. They also covered up the fact that Ham was involved in our captivity by saying after he sold us it happened. Which is really Hamite sold Israelites like.
That's because they took our heritage away. They trying to make Israel no more. They want to say all y'all black, all y'all African.
Trying to make Israel thinking that Hamites and then you got the East over here. The Hamites.
I'm gonna keep it moving. This is verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, but that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
This is Job 16:9. But like that verse right there actually goes into what the brother read in Isaiah 10:1. Man, he said, "Let the script be their law, and their laws is all grievous and wickedness." But this is Job 16:9. It says, "He tears me with his wrath, he hated me, he gnashes upon me with his teeth. My enemies sharpen their eyes upon me," man. And that's Esau Edom right there, man. Job seen that. He seen how Esau was doing, man. Hey, that was prophetic too. So Job seen that his enemies gnashing upon him with his teeth. And his teeth goes into his laws, man, which is unrighteous decrees and laws that he prescribed. That's where he get his strength from, man. He'll conjure up some shit, put it on the books, put it in the law, and use that shit against Jake, man. And that's how he always been getting down.
And that teeth also goes to military power. They said it back in the day, like I got 10 men armed to the teeth. So when he put the unrighteous decrees out, it gets carried out by his strong one. His military force, his police force,
Double, that's like a right there.
Yeah.
So his teeth are found in his mouth that goes with his laws.
Yep.
Then his teeth is the strongest part of his body that goes into his sword. So hey man, Esau Edom is after you multiple ways, man, not just one.
That's how he eats you up. There's another preacher that say, he eats my people up as grapes. Lucifer and brazen.
That's why, like we say, he gnashed upon us with his teeth.
He suck out angry for everything.
And you really think about his police force, that's like a Roman centurion, Roman soldier. It's the same thing, you know, it's modernized. You know, they killed our people with the Roman Crusades. If you don't get down with sweet baby Jesus or bow down to the cross, off with your head. I bet not heard no Yahweh shot nothing. You know, I'm gonna hear Jesus Christ. That's it. You know, Roman Catholic Crusade, that's what they did, man. And these police force ain't nothing but the modern day slave control, modern day Roman centurions. We want the same thing, you know, our forefathers went through. Especially the police come down on us, like, man, what's this here out there talk about, you know, this Hebrew Israelite. You know, they're trying to shut us down with that twice.
That's why.
One Edomite, he tried to come in the steed of a Roman soldier, tried to be that chief, talking about, I'm teaching these fights.
Yeah.
You know, remember that?
Yeah.
See, he tried to be that chief, but he didn't have no teeth. He was gone.
That's why they
Get the hell out of here, man.
That's why it's so easy for them to set Jake up, because they got to set up in the project. You know, the project and stuff like that, because they surround us. You know,
they study you.
Yeah.
So I call it a project. Yeah. Like, man, put this. And look, they go to that verse earlier, the poor righteous man. They oppress you in them projects, man. Put you in bad conditions. They put drugs in the project. You know, and they study to see what effects can it have. Okay, do it big time. We're gonna put it in Cali, into the, you know, the urban community. It worked good in, you know, St. Thomas Square.
It's almost as if they got a stadium surrounding, because you notice, like, Jake's project is always in the middle. You got each of the communities in the surrounding area. It's almost like a stadium.
Yeah, and then here goes. Hey, here goes some more. Check this verse out, y'all. This verse 12. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and he objected to our infamy, the transgression of our education. Woo! Hey, we gotta break that down big time.
Man, Esau always laying snares for Jake, man. He lays snares and traps for Jake because he knows our end, man. So he's trying to avert that to where he stays in rulership. But hey, them traps ain't gonna work on us because we see them.
Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing. He upbraided us with our offending the law.
We upbraided him, man. That's why we on the highway and head just right now, man. Telling the wickedness of Esau Edom and his wicked kingdom, that he's pushing all his wickedness across the world, especially on Jake, man. We upbraid that man. We hate that damn devil. But he said he laid snares on him. Got something for that though. This is Psalms 39, 38, and 12. And it reads, let's see. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me. And who seek after our life, man? That's Esau Edom, man. He want to put us down, man. Put us down. It says seek after he lay snares for me. And they that seeketh my heart speaketh mischief things and imagine deceit all the days long, man. And that's what Esau Edom do, man. He imagines deceit and he lays traps for us and try to get us to fall for him. Hey, man, he knows that we're following after the righteous, so he try to lay little booby traps to get us to follow after him, give us little incentives to get us to move to his way.
Yeah, because he's a cunning hunter. You gotta think about it, man. Esau, he the one that made the duck call. He the one that make dummy ducks, dummy deers. He the one that put himself in camouflage, be waiting in the trees. Right. The sniper deer, he set some food out. He do Jake the same way. They gotta think about drug dealing. What they call it? Trapping. Hey, dog, I'm in the trap. But that's a snare set up by Esau. He gave you the drug.
I got another one to back that up. This is Psalms 141, and we'll start at 9, man. Because it says, "Keep me from the snares that they have laid for me, and they gaze of the works of the iniquity," man. It said, "Keep me far from the snares, man." Because hey, King David seen it, man. He seen how Esau got down, man. He seen how wicked this dude was. Actually, King David had them in captivity, so he know all about it, man.
And like I said, for his doings are contrary to ours, and it said offending the law. Esau offends the law. Esau like break every law in the book, man. Like I said earlier, abominable food is delicacy. You can be with another man. A woman can be with a woman. You know, that's against the law. Like Esau breaks every single law in the book. If you study our word and look at the laws and commandments, Esau does totally opposite of everything in the book. We're totally contrary. That's why I can't really talk to an Edomite, man. Because Edomite, like we don't fit. Like what excites me don't excite an Edomite. You know, when I look at you, that's why I keep it cordial with them, man. I don't keep it professional. Like we don't have the same interest, you know. What I'm interested in, Esau not interested in. We were contrary. We're totally different. That's why he told Rebecca that there's 2 manners of people in thy womb. We are totally different.
I got a precept to back that precept. I mean that verse up. It's in Psalms 119, and I'm gonna start at 119.
Yeah, when you look at, I'm gonna go ahead and elaborate more on that. It said he objected to our infamy to transgressions by education. These are education is foolishness, man. I don't give a damn. You have a doctor's degree, PhD, ain't none of it gonna do you nothing when Jacob trouble get going.
119 and 21. It says, Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, man. So that's what we're doing right now. It said we hate this devil, and we over there rebuking the hell out of this devil while we in this captivity, man. It said we rebuke the proud and that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments, man. And that's why we abhor this damn devil, man, because he break all the laws and statutes of the Most High, who gave us to govern the earth in righteousness, man.
And like I said, because he is not of our turn, we not the same, man. Therefore, that's why Esau hate us. They learn for righteousness. You know, even in a wicked 2/3, you can see some type of compassion and love in them. The most gangsterous nigga you can find, there's gonna be some ounce, some trait of righteousness in him, man. And that don't fit Esau. They prove Esau to be wrong. You know, this book proved Esau to be wrong. And then when he see us, like I just said, we standing, on our feet, keeping our Smith's best our abilities, and that proves Esau that he a fool. He don't like that. That proves that he wrong.
Like everybody walk out here, they can't find their thing.
Yeah, they don't like that. They don't want to hear this. This is righteousness going out. This is the word King of Kings, Lord of Lords going out. Man, it's like annoying to them. So they spread wickedness, man. So, hey, that verse is spot on. I gotta put it right here.
This is Psalm chapter 37, and I'm gonna start at verse 30. He said, the mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and his tongue taketh of judgment. And that can go through what I get part of mission, right? And it says, the law of his power is in his heart, none of his steps shall slide. So relying on Yahweh child, your steps will not slide. All right, verse 32 is the point. The wicked watches the righteous and seeks to slay him. All right, which goes back to what the ox is bringing out.
I'm waiting for righteous.
Yeah, lying waiting for the righteous. And,
y'all good.
Oh, okay. My bad.
And lying waiting for the righteous, and basically seeking to find just like the law. They set up laws just to keep us trapped. They put the drugs in our community just to keep us further trapped. Okay, they got all of these things that are keep us constantly down.
Trap music.
Yep.
The music is trap.
Yep.
That music keeps you as a dumb down nigga from doing that. You get all woo. And just dumb.
Every part of that he put out.
You an easy target. He sound like that trap music. That's like him laying out some food. You all, pants sagging, you can't run. You trying to chase it down. Your pants sagging. You all hollering loud. Woo. On the set. You saw this big. He snaked your butt, man. You ain't got no knowledge of nothing. You go right to the devil. Like a mousetrap, man. Esau lay that bread out there like bread contract. That's cheese. That's like laying cheese on a mousetrap. Like I got the record deal. 10 million sound this dotted line.
They talking about give an example. Aid from something, stick his hand in the hole and grab the salt, and when they go, they miss him, and then they give the salt, and then he said, then they release him, and then they follow the water, and they get the water. He said that was pretty ridiculous. He was in the he let go of the salt. One of the last tours where he had.
He canceled it. He turned down that 50 million. He seen that trap. He seen it. He seen the trap. Because you got to think about it. Look how they did Bill Cosby. And he said himself in on Oprah. They putting all the Israelites in dress. Taking away your masculinity. He seen the trap. Therefore, he didn't go in it. Because Esau, I know it's the same old trap, man. It ain't nothing new.
You really think that. You really think that. You really know that what you're talking about. How they actually thought, matter of fact, he said that, and when he listened to it, he said that they constantly, we separate them and we constantly watching and studying. That's what that's really legislature he speaks out there too.
Yeah, and then like when you got West Mountain 7, you see that trap, you're not gonna go in.
Right.
Kind of like a sticky trap with a fly. I remember you talked about that earlier. I see like one fly, see another fly stuck on it. Like, nah, Fred's stuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go around now. When I ain't go get stuck, I see what happened to you. You know, that's why it's funny. We got to make a new web if there's too much stuff in this web. But then this whole it's caught up, man. They got to roll with that deceit. They don't want to see the trap. That's what these young niggas like. Why you still want to be a rapper, man? Y'all ain't learned from Tupac, Biggie. You know, all these look, the news dude, Young Thugger, Young Gunner, and all that. Like, come on, man.
They just got trucked up.
Yeah, RICO law. Like, come on, man.
That's all part of Esau, pushing that satanic, demonic energy, because think about it, the old times, not everyone knew what was going on behind the closed doors, but now it's out there. People that, hey, they do this, that, all sorts of wickedness, and then you still got people that, they tune in,
they know it's you. You really know it's you.
Illuminati is common knowledge now. Back then, you could call them conspiracy theory, enough cases about the Illuminati, and everybody like, oh, y'all know about that.
Yeah.
And then Jacob be like, yeah, I'm about to sign up. I'm trying to sign up.
Yeah,
like you damn fool.
Just like Cat Williams was talking about who shot in a shooting. He said nobody shot him. Nobody is. He said, well, nobody don't have a problem with making your family disappear or something. You know what I mean? He wants to let them know, like, hey, it's nobody. You get to trying to, get to digging, and you gonna get say nobody gonna come to your house. More or less what you're trying to say.
Hey, I actually like that analogy what you said. That's why fighter have to make a new web. It's just like Esau Edom. Hey, you see people ain't going for that the Crown 19 agenda. They gonna come up with a new one. They gonna come up with a new web, which is a new trap.
A new berry.
Yeah, a new berry. Yep.
They're like it's the same old shit. They're gonna think like, damn man, you gonna fall in that trap again?
Right.
How many times you look at your legs stuck in the same bird trap? He felt like shit, they dumb. I ain't gonna cover it up with no lead. I'm just letting it be there. He dumb as the camera. He talking about whoop whoop. He talking about he got Versace.
Hey, they put a mouth trap.
I'm gonna put a Jordan shoe right on it. Put a Jordan shoe right on it. He gonna get caught. So I'm gonna keep it moving. You kind of broke this down earlier in the precinct you brought out earlier. This verse 13. He professes to have knowledge of Yahweh, and he have called himself the child of the Lord. So you think about that's their ish people. They call themselves the people that. They call themselves that they holy and they got it. They speak baby Jesus doctrine. You gotta go to Esau Church and learn about sweet baby Jesus. And you got all people in our land talking about we the people. We had all this wickedness going on. Like they don't fit none of the curses in the book. Ain't nothing been solved. We still this place wicked as all get out. So how the hell can you be the people? Then you look at the Talmud and what they do, like even they stores. I'm trying to go buy me some for the Passover, and they put leaving the angels and everything. I'm like, man, y'all not the people of Yahweh, man. Yeah, y'all don't do nothing right, man.
Verse 13, we're going into like how Esau knows that he's wicked, and we profess ourselves to be the sons of the Most High. And we are the sons of the Most High. That's why later on in that verse he says, well, let's prove his thoughts. Well, let's prove it and see if the Lord is his father. And I got a precept to go into that because we are the sons of the Most High. This is Romans 8, and I think I'm gonna start at Romans 8 and 4. Let's see. Romans 8:14. It says, "For as many as are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of the Most High." And Esau Edom, he don't have the spirit of the Most High. He has the spirit of the devil, Satan. So he ain't the son of the Most High. We are. That's why he looked down upon us, man. He try to push all the wickedness so we can fall for that trap, as the brother just said. Man.
And somebody got to give. I think it was Revelation 2:9, where they say the synagogue of Satan. It's like Esau to tell the lie, you gotta know the truth. So Esau know we the people. That's why he took our heritage from us. I got that too. Okay.
I got another one to go into that though, because we are the sons of the Most High. So I'm gonna get Psalms 41:47 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, man. He shows his word unto Jacob, not Esau, Edom, man. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel, man. He don't show it to nobody else. That's why Esau Edom mad, because you know the Lord is dealing with us personally on a personal level, man. He's not dealing with them.
That's why we break the scriptures down so good, easily. You know, we are the people of the book. It was made for us, by us, not for Esau.
Back that up. Hey, time will come when Esau, he's gonna come after me, the Lord. You know, it's Isaiah 59 verse 19. Like I said, 18. According to their deeds, accordingly, he will repay. Fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies, to the islands, he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So, when the time comes, the Lord will lift up a standard, you know, for that. And Esau ain't gonna do a mess with it, you know.
Where y'all get that revelation? I want to say, I think it's 2 and 9.
I know that word.
Got it. Okay, wait. You got a verse 16. We'll let that come out later. All right, so I just want to make sure we had that. So we gotta keep it moving then. I'm gonna put y'all got any more for 13.
We're gonna bring that 2 and 9.
No, he said he got it.
But I got okay, real quick. I got a quick one just to back it up, because Yahweh Shai even said these things don't come, just like Esau was coming in and trying to say that he is of the you know, he's the people of the Lord. So this is Matthew chapter 24. Where is it? Okay, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3 was basically talking about when the disciples actually came and asked Yahweh Shai when the child would be able to come. Okay, and then so verse 4 is the point. He said, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. Okay, with that actually proves that Esau Edom is that one that deceived many. Because first foremost, we go back to Job 9:24, he covered the saints of the judges. All right, he covered up Yahweh Shai through it, and he put his name on that. All right, I think that's proved that in Matthew 3 and 28. Right there.
We're gonna come to that later though. We kind of get on where you know what I'm saying, they know that we the Israelites. Right. You know, he say he confess that the knowledge of Yahweh. So it's basically like they taunting us, like they putting us like, you know, you say you people, you know. So and then like the next verse, I'm gonna read 14. He was made to reprove our thoughts. We were made to tell Esau he's going off. Esau don't like that. Esau in rulership right now. He don't want to hear. You know, he can't go on that little boy's back, you know. Yeah. He don't want to hurt. He can't eat a bomb of food. He don't want to hurt. He got to keep stabbing, you know. He don't want to hurt that he can't commit adultery. Esau don't want to hear that. Esau don't want to hear that you can have multiple wives. He wants Jake to have one wife. He don't want Jake spread his teeth, you know. And Esau right now, he's trying to right a wrong, man. They trying to put at the alphabet agenda. If this, you know, that's normal, you know. And then we come in there and that see like, man, that ain't normal. That's not conducive with y'all about y'all said. That ain't conducive with life.
That's an abomination compared to the stuff.
God, and we're reproving them. We're rebuking them. Esau like, man, who is this, man? They don't like the fact that we saying we Yahweh, we the people of the Most High. The Jewish don't like that because they don't put the lie out that they are the people. So therefore, if they don't put that lie out and they don't put everybody, the whole world, they the people. We come out and say we the people. Now everybody go consider it. The heathen nation gonna look like, man, who is the people? Now you gotta do is a quick run down the book, a quick history lesson, and there it go. Now the devil like, now see, if you wouldn't have said nothing, I would have ruled, I'd have kept doing my little wickedness, because you done said, they basically want to shut up. Shut that noise up, man. Quit saying that. Quit proving that.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and 2. It says, son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against you. Yep. And say unto it, thus says the Lord power, behold, Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Woo, that's spot on, 14. 15 too, huh? Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna pull out 15. I said that. We pull out 15 too. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men. His ways are of another fashion. Go ahead and woo, read that here.
And I think I can read over here and read verse 4 again too. But it's Ezekiel 35 and 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus says the Lord power, behold, Mount Seir, I am against it, and I will stretch out my hand against it, and I will make it most desolate.
See, they hate it when we go until we talk to them. We break the scriptures down in its truest form because it goes against Esau Edom, man. They hate when we rebuke the hell out of Esau Edom because they're in the wrong and we're in the right. And they want to keep that perpetual lie going on. This is Amos 5 and 10. They hated him that rebuketh in the gate. They hated him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly, man. They hate us that we're speaking that we're rebuking them in the gate, man. They hate that we're speaking uprightly because they hold a being, they hold existence is wickedness, man.
God, I was just about to ask, one of us got that? We gotta get that.
I'm reading that few verses, don't go into it to the gate. Where he said they hated them that rebuke in the gate, right? Right. Verse 4, it said, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and in the time of their iniquity and in. You got it, right?
I got one real quick.
Real quick, but that word perpetual hatred goes into that continual hatred against the righteous people. Okay, they always every year they always had some history that basically destroyed Yahshua.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So you should not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood defiled the land. The land cannot be cleansed of the blood that shed therein, but of the blood of him that shed it. Right. All right, so that's how this land will be cleansed. Because all this is defiled by this fucking damage. You know, and their blood shed, when their blood is going to be shed, the Lord's going to require their blood upon this land. All right? All Americans are going to be destroyed. All right? Never to be happening again.
To make that point, the reason they shed out people's blood is because what? They chose righteousness. They just this everyday walk, man. You see some Christians lost the commandments in Jake, man. And they see that and it proves them to be wrong. Because they're wicked and they're contrary and they don't like to see righteousness.
It's like times of Nebuchadnezzar and stuff like that, you know what I mean? They always had these wicked kings that come on and is on the scene and basically try to separate Israel from the power, how much outside. You know, the same thing, it's like I say, things have been done, it's no new thing under the sun. You know, it's different time now, but basically the same thing. You know, and Esau being that deceiver that he is, putting on those darkness upon the earth on his national future. Removing the blood, moving the name. You know, hey, he never tried.
He hate to see Yasharala wake up, man. He hate to see Yasharala wake up. This is Ephesians 4 and 22. I'll probably read 24. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversations of the old men, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. Hey, man, that deceitful lust is the lust of the world that Esau pushed out of there. Esau hate them coming out of that old man and putting on that new man. And it says, and renew our spirit, and renew in the spirit of our minds, man. Our minds are being changed, man. We're coming out of that wicked mindset that Esau even pushed on the whole world. It says, verse 24, and that he put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness, man. So, hey, man, Esau hate that Holy Spirit that's coming on the brothers, man. It's coming on the hopeful elect of Yasharala.
That's the whole reason why he infiltrated our church. That's why he set up those Christian pastors
That's the main reason why. That's the main reason why he hated them. He hated them rebuking in the gates to be pushing his holy conversation out and waking up brothers according to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. In his spirit.
Babylon the Great, he said churches are like that. See what Aki brought out, they fit verse 15. His ways are of another fashion. We come into our righteousness, our glory. Esau hate that. Because really, that's the coming of Yahweh shop. That's the kingdom coming back. That's that dreadful sound in the spirit. Like, you know, because what's that Psalm 83? Tell you that he tried to do away with Israel, make sure the name and the remnant will be no more. It's coming back. It's a comeback, man. And it's a comeback of all age. They looking like, damn, we done do trillions of dollars. We done did like I said earlier, Willie Lynch letter. We done broke them mentally and they still coming back. Hey, Esau go out right now. Esau like, man, what else can we do? You know, we got just go, hey, we got to spread mass death. That's the only option we got. Because I mean, no matter what we do, mentally they always come back. Spirit, because they don't understand. He's not understanding it's a spiritual thing. He's trying to break that connection, and he can't break it. He can't sever it. The old leg will always be connected. That's why Yahusha said that those in my hand I have lost none. You know, because he didn't. You know, even through that, we come back in that same seed talking about Yahusha. Do that here, brother, on the highway ahead. Man, like, hold up, man, that sounds familiar to me. You know, that's why I said I'll put you in remembrance. You know, you're gonna remember this.
I got another quick one right here. This is Ecclesiastes, aka Shabbat, chapter 40. I'm starting verse 2. And it says, their imagination of things to come in the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart from him that sitteth on a throne of glory unto him that is humble in the earth and ashes. All right, and it says, from him that wears purple in a crown unto him that is clothed with linen and cloth. Strife and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger strike in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, to change his knowledge. Right, and they talk about Esau, even his full thought is that right here where it says they imagine things to come. But they imagine that they're ready to come to an end. And he said, from him that sit on the throne of glory, with that verse 2, it says, unto him that is humble in the earth. Okay, unto him that is humble in the earth, we're talking about. He thought he was bringing that calamity on the nation of Israel. That is actually humble, the righteous. Okay, and it says, in verse 5, he said, wrath and envy and trouble and unquietness, okay, fear of death and anger and strife and the time of rest upon his bed. Okay, where that precept was they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. The new paraphrase, what they talk about is that new change is not. So it's never constant. He always changes. He changes counting no matter what.
This is verse 16. We are esteeming him as counterfeit. He has meant for our ways as from filthiness. We pronounce the ends of the just to be blessed and making his boast that Yahweh is his father. Woo! Hey, we gotta kill that. We gotta kill that. Yeah, that's
Revelation 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works and thy tribulation, and but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemies of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. Ooh.
Yep. Hey.
You know, those are in the land claiming to be to people.
That's going to be the further that it is that I am hate. It means that there's something alike, but they're really not. They're not just, they don't be a counterfeit. They're something alike. They're not. You know, just like it's no different from when a little girl that runs around acting like a little boy, they say she's Tom 40. So them calling themselves their kid, you know, that goes to them.
You are alike, but you are not. Yeah, like niggers, you know, but you ain't really a nigga, but you acting like a nigga. That's gonna do counterfeit. Yeah. You know, just like say you got a counterfeit $100 bill. That mug ain't no good. You take it to the store, you know it's a counterfeit, he ain't gonna accept it. They only want the real. That's the same way you have about Yahweh is. He doesn't accept their offerings. He don't accept them. They're counterfeits. They're not the real people. And they tell you that in their name. That's why they put that ish at the end. We don't call ourselves Jew-ish. We just say, hey, I'm a Jew. Straight up. We the real. Yeah, Israelite. Man, I'm authentic.
They call themselves Israelis.
Yeah. Exactly. Israeli. Everything is like alike, but they are not. And they tell you that in their name. And all the people got to do is constantly think of that. Contenders. You know? That's why I said one time people don't consider, but we do. Don't elect do. Like, okay, if you ain't, who is?
The promises also tells you the Lord people of the Lord not gonna be on the land itself, you know, because the outside of time, but also if the earth is given to the hand of wicked, you know what I mean?
I think that part you're talking about when you lose Isaiah 1 and 2, where it said you will not learn the war no more. The people was actually in the land of Jerusalem.
Be no more war. It would be no more. You got war. What you about to talk about? Prove it there now. Don't be the first.
It's a simple, you know, experience. We have learned simple things, you know, to be able to understand it. The normal person can't get it.
Shit, we lived it. Yeah. Shit, if you a Jake and you live like a Jake, you gonna feel that. It's gonna resonate with you. You done felt that even from these devils. You know, you done lived that. You know what I'm saying? You done seen your ancestors struggle. You know, the stories that my grandfather told me, the stories my grandmother told me. That's all we live with them. Like, you seen this devil be a devil. You know, so how you gonna come say something to me? I'm just telling you what you told me. I'm just pulling out the truth. You told me these devils was hanging us and you couldn't go to certain places, you know? I'm saying when you look like a Jake and you live like a Jake, this word it should resonate with you. It must be 2/3 crazy. Like, how could you not feel this? You know, the devil, when you look at us all past, everything he showed, you know, you feel it. You know, if you have been discriminated against, called a nigger, that shows that ball word. You call ball words, they call it spits. Like, come on now. The word, you should feel the word. You live in it. You know? These devils show you they hate you. What more do you need to see?
It's like Ali, Ali said, there was 10,000 rattlesnakes. I knew like 100,000 was good. I'm gonna let them all come. You know what I mean? No, that's how he was black people. You know what I mean?
And that was just with the 60s. This is civil rights movement wasn't that long ago. They was spraying y'all with water hose, sicking dogs on you. You had to stick in the back of the bus. That is what, 50 years ago. Damn. You know, this devil flipped you a little corn, a little cookie, and now you all, it's good, gave me a job. Like, they destroyed Black Wall Street. Look where we at. Look what they did. Come on.
They're going to tell you how much wickedness these devils could do. And then Jake, you know, off the mindset, you know, bugged out on this and that or whatever. Completely had no knowledge of, you know, what if they do that knowledge, you know, that's a fact. You know, it's like
you can't say we ain't got no history. We got hella history. It's in your face. It's easy. You can stumble across it real easy. Like, I just ain't got to go back 30 years.
So they try to say that the Bible's outdated, old, you know what I mean? That's a mindset.
John 9:24 again, because the earth is at the end of the week, it's over the place. They trying to cover up all of the weakness that they done by critical race here. You know, by trying to teach our children. They, you know, all of those things is critical.
But to me, that's another clue though. Why are you trying to cover up for the race theory? That's to make Jake think. Why are you trying to cover that up? You know, and you should think, okay, if they're not the people, who are the people? That right there should send you down look, what's that, Alice in Wonderland, send you down a rabbit hole to knowledge. Like, and as I said, Isaiah 1 and 3 is big, man, you gotta consider. But see, the 2/3 don't consider because they don't give a damn about your house shop. They don't care about truth. Therefore, if you don't care about truth, you ain't gonna get no damn truth. I'm saying, I know everybody in this truth love the truth. That's how we got it. We consider. We wondered, okay, you know, I used to say that when I was younger. I'm like, they say they, you know, I used to tell my mom all the time, my wife don't like these white people. They like white people to me. You know, I used to wonder that, like, you know, American white people don't like Jewish. I'm like, and when I found out they just don't like them, they the ones with all the money. They the same people. They the cheap trial. That's Amalek. Yeah, they ain't good for their own self. Yeah, I'm like, that shit hit you. Yeah, you get pulled off, you gotta wear. You gonna get gunned down. Esau ain't gotta worry about that. Esau get away with everything. He go murk somebody, and like I just did a lesson on that. He can say, yeah, I shot 38 people. Y'all murder them and get right on this track and go home. Jake shoot a gun. They come find where you shooting at. Is the registered in your name? You know, you got a top tick, man. You going down. You know, Jake can't do a damn thing. You know, Esau want to know.
I got a question right here, man. It's the very next chapter with Revelation 3 and 9. And it says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved you." All right, so that's going to come down from the throne. Okay, and that word behold means watch. So how about I try to watch what I do to each other? Okay, he said, I will make them the synagogue, which is the synagogue of the church of Satan.
And what you see, he gonna prove that we the real people. Right. The real judge of house are gonna show who's real. Because Esau not gonna call that out. Esau gonna lie all the way to the end. They got an agent vocab alone. That's all that damn devil do is try to, put Jake back to sleep and peel his skin off, So when Yahushua shows, Yahushua, he's the judge. He gonna prove who the real people. It ain't gonna be no ifs and buts. Can we do a constellation? And no, man. He gonna show that. I want
to read that part again. And I will make them to come and worship before our feet. That's no good. They're gonna be out of God's place. And then to know that I have loved you. Because I'm about to be out God's truth. And we always love God's Father. I like that worship before our feet, man. Because my preacher saying, if you don't worship me, bring me in slavery before me.
Luke 19:27. I know that's my favorite precept. That's in my heart right there. And I like he said, he was stranded from our ways as for filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed. That's what we saying now. We about to say that the hopeful elect is blessed. That's what we saying. We said the hopeful elect gonna win. Esau don't like that. Because if we win, he lose. So that's that precept right there. He said he was stranded from our ways of filthiness. We look at Esau's ways of filthiness. That outfit of sin, that's abomination. That's filthiness. Hell yeah, you damn right we're stranded from your ways. Because your ways lead to death. Because you told Jake to sin. And then you went and, set up your church and said that, that's done, the law's done away with. What's it going to make Jake do? Sin, So now that we come back to laws and commandments, keeping our culture, because this book is our culture, now this devil like, I don't like that. Because he ain't doing wickedness. If we work the laws and commandments, we're going to avoid wickedness. Therefore, Esau can't prosper. Esau prosper off of us being in sin. So therefore, he don't like us rebuking in the gate. He don't like us pushing out the law.
Why do you think that Jay basically spend over $1 trillion every year? That lets you know, and all that money that you're spending is geared towards your wickedness. And that proves that Esau even is benefiting off of you sin. Buying up the pork, the pig, all of that stuff like that. Those are benefits, and you buying all of that stuff.
Cigarettes?
Yeah.
Alcohol?
Club and party.
Yeah, he profit off of that. The churches, he profit off the church. That's a $1 trillion industry. I said trillion. That's $1 trillion industry. You got billionaires that teach that plantation Christianity. Yeah, we do. Okay, so look, Jake, no, Esau don't like that. What the hell? We're pushing that vibration now. We don't want them to know they Hebrew Israelites. We don't want them keeping the laws. Because then they're not going to keep our way. Then my pocket's going to come up short. She might decide she want to smoke a cigarette. She might decide she want to quit clubbing. And then she's not going to go to a plantation Christianity church no more. What she know the truth. She going to get the truth for free because it was freely given. All she got to do is pay her phone bill and tune in to YouTube. It get way better edification than they ever get no damn church.
The word as a business, they try to make you pay for the word.
They do.
What they preach that when they say,
Really get it.
there you go, pretty receive, pretty give. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to get these words for free. You ain't supposed to go to no damn church and pay every time. If you don't pay your time, the church will kick you out.
Esau done monetize the word like a true nigga on. They the true niggas, man. Esau is. He monetizes everything. He even monetizes death. We just seen that. I'm talking about even the C19 scenario. They made billions off of that. Are they medical system? They don't try to heal you. They just prolong your sicknesses. Really, they make more sicknesses. You did a surgery. I know people don't get relief from that. Then they go back. Oh, this is wrong. Oh, this.
Doctors, man, they got documentaries on this shit. They own people telling on it. They saying like, hey, they actually showing you in the documentary that they only manage this disease. They don't want to do it. Because they lose money for that.
Precept goes down with you like Hebrews chapter 10 verse 31 is based on the hands with power. Also with the Isaiah chapter 30 and 31 was talking about the woe to them that trust into that don't trust in the Lord, trust in man.
Jeremiah chapter 5.
I'm in this before we go to the next one. He said he making his boast that Yahweh is his father. That's what he's saying. He's saying Yahweh shall shine of us. That's our father, not theirs. He's saying he hates you. You know, therefore they mad about that. So we're gonna keep it moving. Verse 17. And it's the kicker right here. We got killed this octave. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. That's Jacob's trouble. We about to go in there right now. That's him trying to prove, like, okay, are they really the people of God? Are they really, Yahshua like they say they is?
They don't even believe that we are Yahshua. So that's why they continue to do their evil works. So I got a quick one. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because the sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in their heart to do evil. And that's what they do, man. They push that man. Yahweh came to their father. We've been putting all kind of hell on them. They ain't did nothing yet. So we're gonna continue to keep on pushing it. But just like that precept that I just read, hey, just because it ain't sentenced expediently, hey man, that don't mean that we're not the Lord's chosen people, man. The Lord gonna come back and destroy your ass because you touched the apple of his eye.
Yeah, somebody can bring that Proverbs 18 and 10, something like that. Basically like precepts, the Lord will help his people. Yep. Because they, what I'm saying, the Lord's people gonna run into a strong tower and be saved, but Esau don't believe that. So Esau about to set up Jacob's trouble to test that theory. He want to see, like, especially the prophets. He gonna look to snap the prophets up, man. You get that touch my prophet, do my prophet no harm.
Proverbs chapter 18 verse 10. The name of the Lord, the hour while sitting outside, is strong down. Righteous running to do it and safe.
Well, I can say it's another precept. He privily shoots at those with arrows, or attacks the poor. And that's Esau talking about, let's see if they are, Let's see, he privily shoots at the poor. I think that's somewhere in Psalms, yeah, he privily shoots his arrows at the poor, or he lies in wait as a roaring lion to catch him in the gate. Another precept like that. That's Esau, man. Esau want to see if we the people or not, man. Like I said earlier, he been doing all this, treachery to the people of the Most High. He ain't got no judgment yet. So now he's looking like they about to pull out the ultimate, They about to look to tag our people, like we go ahead and tag them, and then let me see if I'm gonna be able to tag them and see, if there's a God. Because Esau wants you to believe that he is God. He wants to completely shut out that there's a higher power. He wants to look to him and he's the higher power. So it's really like a thing. He trying to look at the prophets, the words we say like Yahweh about to get you. He like, let's see.
They actually did that to Yahweh, man.
Yep. But he said
Jake did that, but mainly Esau did that too. They mocked the Lord. They said, man, if you don't come down, that was Jake and Esau.
They said you're the king of Israel, and they said if you are that, bring a legion of angels to save you. Or if you read the man of the Lord, come down off that cross.
So they're gonna do that to us in these days right now. That's what that scripture said. They actually doing that right now.
I'm thinking about how they actually but I got this Psalm chapter 64, verse 2. It says, hide me from the evil countenance of the wicked, from the indifference of the workers of iniquity. Verse 3, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bow, shoot their arrows, even with their words, that they may shoot in secret of the person, and suddenly do they shoot at him that fear not.
That's very nice.
Verse 5, it says, they encourage him, in evil matter, and commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall feed us? they church out of this. They accomplish the military church through the inward thoughts of every one of them, and their heart was deep. Right? And they people know they actually plan so deep that they actually got a plan that they did 300 years ago. They did exactly like this day. They run so deep, meaning they go, they mind so deep on how they try to continue to bring y'all brought it down. All right, the part where it went that does like a sword, it goes into that law, and then it goes into that video. All right.
Like I said, fear not. Because they do what they do and they don't care what they do. They feel like, man, they ain't the people. I've been doing this to them. We did with the next to them. You know? I done hung them, blew up their Wall Street, you know.
Listen, this is Luke 23 and 35. And it says, and the people stood beholding him, and the rulers also with them berating him. That means the people, which was the 2/3, and the rulers, which was Esau and Edom at that time. And they was berating him, man, talking shit, and asking them all, and saying, he saved others, let him save himself. If he be the son of Yahweh, if he be the son of Yahweh, the chosen of Yahweh, and the soldiers also mocked him, which goes into the Roman soldiers, which Esau, Edom. That's what the precept is pretty much saying. If you be the sons of Yahweh, let Yahweh do something to him. He says, mock him. He says, coming to him and offering him vinegar, which an older book said they offered him fish. They on the cross gave him fish. I'm not drink this shit. Verse 37. It says, and saying, if thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself. And that's what these damn devils are trying to do right now. That's what their precept is saying. They keep that to Yahweh Shah. And which another precept is saying, if they hated him, they also gonna hate you. That's all it is, coming back around in a circle. And this time, Yahweh Shah ain't here. They do that to us, the sons of Yahweh Bashem.
Walking up. That's perfect. That's spot on precept. Spot on. You know? And it's going to go into 18. I'm going to keep it moving on verse 18. Will the just man be the son of Yahweh, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemy.
Going straight along. That precept goes straight along with it. I had that precept for both 17 and 18.
I want to read that, what you remember, the precept that you quoted. Thank you, St. John, chapter 15 and 20.
Good got that. That fit that Proverbs 18 and 10, man. Well, we're going to call on the name of how much y'all shall run to the top to say. That's what Esau looking at. He said, okay, if you is the hope elect, if you is an Israelite, you know, let's see if you're going to stop you from my military. Let's see if when I put these troops at your door, let's see if you're going to stop that, you know. What happens when I send this drone to shoot this hellfire missile at your house? Let's see if y'all about to compare you in. See what's going to blow these double minds. When Jacob's trouble hit, all our work, you know that if we be part of that precious help, you know, Lord willing, you know, your house of church will show up. Like I was in these videos, man. It was a Northern tribe. Israel looking at the video, the church showing up. He's doing praise, flipping out. The military coming in. So Esau now he used to boast like that, but now he's starting to see like, oh shit, you know, it is something coming for them, man. Like, yeah. So Esau's starting to like now he's starting to curl up. Now he's starting to get worried. Like, you know, maybe they is. So that's why he coming with a strong onslaught. That's why he coming with them satellite weapons, direct energy weapons. He gonna come with that stuff you see in South Park. He gonna come with that just normal stuff. But now you see like, man, and these people probably is them people. And I'm kind of scared. That's why they in their bunkers. They in their bunkers for a reason.
Revelation chapter 11 says, great fears fell upon them who saw, you know, that read it back into Israel. You know, Wisdom chapter 5, verse 1. Standing great boldness before those that afflict them shall know count their labor.
I'm gonna keep it pushing, because this kind of 19 gonna fit it too. Let us examine him with spitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
This is Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of these things which shall thou suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Hey man, he's not even going to try it. Read that again.
Let us examine him with spitefulness and torture.
Hey, he's not even going to torture us, man. try to, torture 2/3, and even some of the back. That's why I said, be patient unto death. And what's the reward for that? That's a crown of life, man. Everlasting life, eternal life. Beating Esau with a rod of iron, man.
And I like how you said that, because it said at the end, it improve his patience. They're gonna test our faith. See, are you really there? We got to be patient waiting on the Lord. Waiting on y'all about to try to knock this dude off. He said, let me know his meekness. They want to see if we got rights. Esau don't believe fat mean grease. So, he like a scientist. He got to test a theory. He got to do it. That's why we the control group. We the group he got to experiment with. Like, let's see if they really got that spiritual power they've been talking about. I heard on YouTube.
Verse 11, it said, he that haveth the ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. And we're the churches, the real churches. It says, he that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, man. So we gotta embrace that damn torture, man. We gotta embrace all that Esau Edom is gonna throw at us, man. We ultimately gonna have Yahweh Bashem shot. And that day Esau probably could try to do anything to us anyway, and it probably won't even hurt because we have this truth, man. We just gotta stand rooted and grounded in his faith.
Because when he said torture us, that's what he's gonna try you. It might be like electrical chair, turn what they call it, electro execution. Turn the shop wrong. What they call that, waterboarding. Turn you upside down, put water thing, towel in your mouth. Yeah.
Sometimes they use gasoline, huh?
Yeah, they might use gasoline. They really doing that. They're gonna use gasoline. Now think about it. They gonna be bad, They say they're gonna try us. That's the U.S. torture, man. They want to prove, are you really them people? Are you really, the people that how about y'all shot? I want to know.
I got a question right here. John chapter 15, I'm starting verse 18, which is going back with the God just mentioned earlier. It said, if the world hates you, he knows that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, because I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I have said unto you, the servant is not greater than the Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my stand, they will also keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. All right, that's verse 22. And he said, and if I had not come and spoken unto him, they had not sinned, but now they have no clothes for their sin. Okay, so how about y'all? They have no clothes. They done all this quickly. So basically, they're gonna be destroying that without living. They also go through 2 terms as well. So maybe it's all here.
I like you about this point. They're gonna do this unto you. They get you beat. Because if they hate your house, they go with the priest of the God brothers. If they hate your house, they're gonna hate his children. This is us. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to respect the hate. Esau knows you are the children of the Most High. He knows the children of Yahweh Shah. Therefore, that's why y'all been trying to get rid of him. He know our birthright. He said he's trying to stymie that with his birthright, which is the sword. But he knows that his latter end, he's not going to be successful. That's why he hates that we both said the hope we make are blessed. He hates to say that. He don't want to take the hope we blessed, man. That's what they say. He got to ruin their confidence. Don't let us be confident and take trouble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you want to take that away, man. This man got confidence. Even if you got all the skills, you ain't gonna be worth nothing. Your confidence ain't there. They say if you ain't got a good skills, if you got confidence, you might overcome your skills just because you got heart. You got your confidence up, man. Your power is. So I'm gonna keep on pushing. But this is going with you put out too, Fedor. This is verse 20. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, but by his own saying he shall be respected. So that's how they did that shameful death to your house. They're looking at do us the same way. And look, you think when they did the lynching, that's the shameful death. That's why they stripped Jake naked.
That's why they did all them weird tortures, like they cut Jake's dick off or penis off and put it in his mouth, or burn you, or eat under your body, or like butt break you or something. That's that wickedness. You saw it, that shameful death.
Then that Winnie Lynch letter, they tarred and feathered the biggest Jake, then tied his legs to eat different horses and used the horse to split his body apart. Man, that's a very torturous death. And I'm like, what was the feathering and tarring for? That was to put it shamefully. that was, you know, spit on this image.
Hey, these damn devils is still selling clothes. Like they got clothes that's worth a lot of money. There's leather made from human bodies of the slavery days. You see they pictures of the faces and all that. They'll turn you into wagon grease, man, and cooking grease. That's the wickedness and evilness of them damn devils.
Yep, your nutsack as a coin purse. The women's breast, they use that as a purse as well. And that's just wickedness like on a high level, man. And that's like I said, and they did it on public display, like I said, picnics. That's a shameful death. You know, put you on display, make everybody watch. You know, I'm about to beat this dude to death. You know, and I'm about to make the whole plantation watch, so they all be scared. The woman be scared, make the son scared. So you know he'll never, you know, buck up to me or like I said, buck breaking. Man, that's very shameful. You know, it don't get no worse than that, man. Yep, in the same way they did our Lord Savior like that, man. They did him the most shameful one. Like I said, they gave him a pistol drink, put a crown of thorns on his head, boxed him,
Spit on him, pissed on him, made him carry his own cross,
stabbed him in the side with a spear.
And it's probably more horrific things they did to him. It's not even in the scripture.
God, no, they said that his face was messed up than like any man's face ever, man. So it was like worse than Emmett Till, man. You know, they completely messed his image up. So everything that we looking, they did Jacob slavery. They also did that to our Lord and Savior, man. That's why he's coming angry. That's why he's coming mad at these devils, man. They got hell to pay.
I'm not gonna meet you as a man, but an angelic force, man.
God. So check it out. We're gonna keep it moving. This is verse 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, but their own wickedness have blinded them.
I got a quick one. This is Job 20 and 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast fury of his wrath upon them and shall rain it upon them while they're eating it. So when they think they're almost there, they we got this in the bag. The Lord's gonna come and destroy their ass, man, at a horrific level. It's gonna take away all that little confidence and things that they had. Yeah, we beat them, man. The Lord must not have been their father. We beat the Lord coming forth, man. That's why he said we're the apple of his eye. It said if you steal a man, and the law is a punishment for it. Y'all stole us, and we still found in your possession to this day.
Called red handed. Those living breathing evidence.
James chapter 5 and 1. And he said, go to now, you rich man, weep and howl, for your misery shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are rotten, your gold is silver, and cases, and the rustiness shall be enriched against you. Shall eat your flesh as it were fire, and you shall eat treasures together for the last days.
Obadiah 1 and 3.
Yeah.
The pride of thy heart deceives you.
I'm about to ask that.
Those that thou dwellest in the cleft of the rock, which is our habitation is high, that saith the Lord, thou sayest in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? It's a question mark right there, man. And I'm going to answer that question for you. Yahweh Shai going to bring you down to the ground. He's already starting to knock you off that high mountain right now. You're already starting your decline, your slip and fall. You're seeing you reach for everything on your way down.
That's the spirit that I'm about to ask for that. I was like, man, we gotta get proud of the heart to see with people. I'm like, we gotta have that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. Indeed should that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Abba says out. So the truth of the spirit of the God, I have seen that, some of the other folks don't like my brother, the spirit, this word is the spirit, it's the human spirit. He said, and shall destroy the brightness of his coming.
That control with the spirit of the mouth is talking about that fire right there where as you go read it again, because he said it, and it shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. The spirit of the mouth,
I like it. The Empire said, for their own wickedness have blinded them. Everything they did, they set their own selves up. They put their own selves in a trick bag. Like I said earlier, you touched the apple of your house by yourself. Nobody told you to do that. You did that on your own. Pride. You set yourself up.
See that we was better? shit, you wanted to conquer. There was pride. The pride of thy heart deceived.
And then somebody got to get that who rolling for stone, the stones to roll back on them. You know, that's you did it to yourself, man. Somebody told you to go do your house sound like that or do his people like that.
He that diggeth the ditch shall fall therein.
Found another one. Yup. Yeah, that's perfect, man. Because he said himself, he in his own trick back his own make. And then he's gonna be destroyed by something of his own making. Them thermonuclear missiles, you made that for your own destruction. That's for you. Esau.
He that blow up the coals in the fire.
You know what I'm saying?
This is Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth his stone, and it will return upon him.
Nah, that's for all of them, man. That's their own wickedness. Yeah, that wickedness blinded them, man. Like they all they thought, and then they riches. Like you got that preacher earlier, James 1:5, your riches, that testify against you. That show you the wicked, man. Like I said earlier, all your statues you trying to like do away with, now it's too late. You know, that's your wickedness right there. You know, hey. So you done boasted. That's the thing. How you gonna say critical race theory? They was taught when we was in school, no problem. Now it's taught it's a problem.
Now it's taught that it ain't even true. It's a theory.
God.
And they trying to get rid of that theory. They're like, yeah,
Y'all get that? Job 20 verse 15. Job 20 verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his nose.
These things cost them right now. $1 today is not even worth it. That's what it used to be. So after $6,000, $6,000 is not even backed by that.
It's can't. Yeah. Like they did first. I won't say 5-3. They stuff was can't. They gotta be done. No, and everything they got, they really stole. They really got by the sea. By the king's translate from one people to another. So they ain't like the verse said, I brought out, they got to cough it up. Y'all say go put it in our hands. Just like we came out of ancient Egypt. Our people came out with the riches of Egypt. That's why they made a golden calf. No?
Job 27, verse 13. So this is the portion of the wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive on the Almighty. Right? The portion said, if his children multiply, he is for the sword. If his offspring shall not be satisfied with fruit, it said, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with grace. Those that remain of the king shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare, but the just shall pull it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. Went to the riches as well. You know what I'm saying? The riches translated, you know, riches gotten by the sea, translated from one thing to the next. I
got another verse right here in Isaiah 14:21. It says, prepare and slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their father, that they do not ride, nor possess the land, nor fill the faces of the world with sin.
That's why the word I said he's gonna cut out father, son, and nephew of them damn devils, so it won't be no more remembrance of them.
Okay. So we're gonna keep it moving. Verse 22. As for the mysteries of Yahweh, they know them not. Neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern the reward for the blameless soul. So that basically talking about, hey, Esau cast the book of the law behind him. You know, he didn't care for the mysteries of Yahweh. You know, he didn't care for that.
And that's cool why he cast it by giving up his birthright right there. That's
cool. Yep, right. He lost it right then.
First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14, but the natural man receives not the things of the Spirit of Most High, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
Ain't nothing spiritual about Esau. He's totally carnal. Everything about him is carnal. Feed his flesh. You know, he looks for everything that's worldly. Anything spiritual, he stops at it. Unless it's on the left-hand side, some old Luciferian. And even when I look at Luciferian and Satan worship, that's still carnal. It's all about the body, cutting into the flesh, all kinds of crazy sex, ritual acts. Even that's carnal. Like, really, it ain't too much that spiritual about Satanism.
how you know that they're trying to grab the phone because they're trying to get to the children. So they're trying to keep that in the kids, in the after school program.
Trying to get rid of the mysteries of your house. We break down the mysteries of the kingdom. Esau don't want that going out because it's rebuking him because it's contrary to everything he's put out. Everything he's put out is earthly and worldly and fleshly and carnal. You know?
And that's another reason why he allowed, at first, he allowed the women to work. That's what, back in World War II, all the women had to go to work. He allowed that because he wanted to have to attack more people, and he wanted to control the kids. Okay, so that's why a lot of kids are in school so they can practice indoctrination.
That's why that's how he pushes his new world order, man. He don't know the mysteries of Yahweh Hashem outside and the ends of his work. So that's why he's trying to push that new world order so he can keep his people going. I got a quick one. This is Revelation 10:7. It says, but in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mysteries of Yahweh shall be finished. And the mystery of Yahweh is the destruction of this place. And that's why Esau, don't know the mysteries of Yahweh. That's why he's trying to push his new world order, man. And that's not going to work. He don't know that. He don't know that he's going to be destroyed. But the higher ups do. That's why they kind of pushing it. But the average Edomite don't. That's why last camp he's like, somebody gonna knock off Putin and continue them. No, that ain't the mysteries of Yahweh. The mysteries of Yahweh by Shimon outside, you guys are gonna be destroyed and rooted in righteousness. We're reading on in verse finishing it out. It says the mysteries of Yahweh shall be finished as he have declared to his servants the prophets. And that part of the scripture is that he given his secrets into the servants and prophets, man. So the prophets knows the mysteries of Yahweh Hashem outside. He don't know, man.
He want to make sure you don't. Because he ain't got it, he want to make sure you ain't got it. He really don't want no righteousness. That's why it says, neither hope they for the wages of righteousness. We have hope. Hope goes into faith. Esau ain't got no faith. Everything about Esau is visible, tangible, and then because he can't discern nothing, he want to make sure you can't discern nothing.
It's carnal anatomy is what Esau is.
Yep.
It's not spiritual.
And since he's a base man, he wants you to be a base man. It's a third car. They be base man. They're base. But the hope we let, we're contrary to Esau Edom, man. We put on that spiritual armor. That's why he don't like that, because it proves that his work are foolishness and it's very low level, man.
That's why when you said concern the war for the righteous, they're calling it to how about
He don't like that. He wanted to be his world. He want to rule forever, man. That's why he don't like that the gospel coming out. The good news is bad news to him. Good news for us, bad news for him. And he says the certain reward for the blameless soul. That's one of the hopeful elect, because the hopeful elect are going to be blamed before the throne of Yahweh. But they're going to have their faith and they're going to have their work. And then like Yahweh going to gather them up. They're the proper things, man. He's going to establish us the rule, not Esau, man. And then Esau, look, we in roots. Esau going to have to do the laws and commandments. That's going to be grievous to him. That's contrary to his nature. I got to eat clean food. I can't fuck that dog over there. Yeah. that's gonna make him. It's like a crackhead. He can't do no wickedness. But if he do some wickedness, that's when that rod of iron coming.
And that's not just me talking over precept. He said, I would not send him to snap the dogs on my flocks or something like that.
What the dog I say? That's the dog. You're kind. Hey, it's she probably watching right now, man. It's Aqua. Me and her, we got eat him out of that job. That's his nickname. Because he look like he do animals. But we call him, she like, man, here come dog fucker. Here he come. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call it. Because he look like he do that. He's real weird. He built weird. And he just look like, man, he hit some barn animals, man. And Esau do that. His whole nature's off. Like, he a real wicked Edomite, man. His nickname is dog fucker. That's spiritual right there. So that's gonna hit Esau. Like, I can't do some wickedness. I can't get that little boy right there. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Yeah, I can't eat my steak. My steak is cooked all the way. God damn, I can't eat that. Hey, we're gonna knock his teeth out like this ass, man. You gonna eat that well done steak. Eat that, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gonna eat that lamb on Passover, goddammit. No? That's gonna hurt Esau. I gotta do the Sabbath. What?
Shit, man. Esau gonna love the Sabbath. only day on rest.
God, yeah, God. And that's crazy. He don't love the Sabbath now, but he gonna love it in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get some relief then. You know? So, hey, God, I pray on that. That's it. Hey, that's crazy. Everything gonna be like flip flop. Hey, how's that coming to turn the earth right side up? Everything is off right now. We're gonna keep it moving. This verse 23, for Yahweh created man to be immortal, man to be an image of his own eternity. And that goes to 144,000, hopefully late. Yep,
I went back to the book of Genesis, man, because we were supposed to be immortal, man. We were supposed to rule this paradise of an earth. But like, hey, follow what's that precept said, do the wonder we all die.
Yep.
We fell out.
Yeah.
And that goes all the way back to Genesis. We're supposed to be rulers of this earth, man, of this paradise. We're supposed to the Lord made Adam in the image of himself.
We're gonna dress the guard. It has to be.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. Therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when to inquire how the righteous shall be saved. The world is, and for whom the world is made.
That's my spirit right there. That's why I'm giving a damn about the 2/3. I'm giving a damn about the eating. I'm not concerned with who about to be destroyed. I'm only concerned with the hope elect. We do this for the hope elect. The truth, man. And I'm at the point where I already deal with the hope elect. Mostly, I don't even like talking to the 2/3 or even dealing with them in my off time. It's like I'm in that spirit a lot. They talk, it vexes me, man. I'm like, goddamn, stupid. Why are you talking about this, man? And y'all y'all about to come.
You gotta dumb yourself down in this world, man, just to make it through.
When you at the job,
yeah,
on the plantation.
Second Ezra chapter 4, start verse 26. And this is Ezra, speaking with the angel Uriel. All right, said, then answered he, Uriel to Ezra, and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away. It cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmity. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil was sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Therefore, that which is sown be not turned upside down. And if that place where the evil was sown pass not away, he cannot come that is sown for good. So, hey, in that stead of the hopeful land, hey, we got a little bit able to endure to the end and, wait for that destruction to take place. All right, and the evil that is sown to pass away.
Yeah, like the priest said, man, he created us to be immortal. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be forever. It's gonna be established forever, because after that, Israel gonna live forever. That's what down is gonna be immortal. They're gonna have their new body that's not gonna decay. It's not gonna rust. It's not gonna it's like what's the way to sin is death. You know what I'm saying? We going down the flesh, man. Our body dies every day. We get the new bodies, and bodies gonna regenerate, man. They're not gonna die. Therefore, then that precept gonna hit, man. We're gonna be immortality. Immortal. It's the kingdom of heaven.
What that precept says. So, I got it. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
And that's gonna be complete when the kingdom of heaven comes to get the new body. We're gonna be like Adam was before he failed. That's perfection. We get the new body, it's gonna be perfect, man. We're gonna keep the laws. We ain't gonna offend no more. The laws gonna be on our inward parts. They're gonna be our little ones inward parts. We're not gonna offend no more. Therefore, we never gonna go off, and the kingdom of heaven gonna be perpetual. It's gonna be forever.
I want to say that nothing perfect. We're talking about. You don't have to go to every man, every neighbor should know the Lord.
It's gonna be on your inward part. That's what I quote. It's 18 and then Jeremiah 33. Keep it moving. It's the last one, and it's verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side go find it.
Goes back to Genesis, man. The envy of the devil, man. He was envious of the righteous way. That's why he tricked Eve into, getting Adam to go out. And that was the whole thing. That's where death come into play.
And Cain and Abel, and Esau and Jacob. Esau had the blessing that he blessed Jacob with.
I got two precepts that go that back it up as well. It's Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. All right, and jumping down to verse 8, and it says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth.
We got to be in these times just to be in sorrow. James told what the whole second Ezra chapter 16 and 16, famine, death, destruction, plague. The only way out is, how about you not try?
And that all proves the envy of the devil right there.
That's what I say. The envy of the devil. So Esau, man, that's why Esau do everything he do, man. He's jealous. He's jealous of their blessing with God, the birthright. He do everything to get the birthright back. That's why the MOTV about to roll out.
The envious of the devil. He's following after him, doing his ways, just like the last verse of that chapter said. You sure he's gonna find it. What you gonna find is death, man.
And that showed that Esau and death is synonymous. He is death.
You know what I'm saying?
His ways are death. And to prove that, look at the LGBT agenda. That's death. If everybody adopts that lifestyle, that's the end. The end. GMO. Yep. Chemtrails, poison in the water.
Think about it. Who owned all the gun stores?
Esau.
Who owned all the prison systems?
Esau. I know you got some things that own private business. So Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan on prison.
I would say he got cops in him.
That's why he gonna get that. He gonna get it, man. And like you know, the older they already done got it. That's the Oprah, JC, Jordan, they all next, man. They made a covenant with their heat. That's why I look at Jake now like y'all need to look at what went down in the old and like think of new path, man. You need to be on this righteous path. All of the other stuff for the birds. Rap contracts, football, basketball contracts. The way this earth is about to pass away. So the ways of Esau, you shouldn't be seeking after that, man. You need to be seeking his righteousness, man. We're going to hopefully that go through. That's how I try to tell people's spirit already. Like they seeking after this world, and there's no traces of any little questionable or they ain't not question, they just going right along with it. Like one ox said, and it's like a Josh Riley, Charlie Wong in the comment for he said a dead fish goes with the flow. Perfect analogy. Yeah, because they ain't swimming.
I got another quick one right here. This is Revelation 12 and 9. And it says, the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. And he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
So that's the end right there. You got to cast out leadership, cast out the powers, and they're going to go into that of the servitude of the servant. And then after a while, 1,000 years, build up the kingdom of heaven, they're going to be done away with. They're just on a tradition. They're going to go extinct. They're going to go the way of the dinosaurs. No more of them. So in a minute, we ain't going to look out here and see Edomites in a minute. We're going to see nothing but Yahshua. Nothing but that. And that right there, hey, that's good news to me, man. I hate going to the plantation after looking at it and talking to them damn devils. Like, yeah, I got to talk to this goddamn Edomite, man. I get away. I understand coastal. That's why the little job I do, I get to move around, man. But I do have to, record and I do got to talk to them and just little conversation different than just like, man, like that old dog fucker. This conversation tell something ain't right with dude.
That's his spirit.
Yeah, I hate even talking to him. Like, man, you You a special type of witch, man. You done did some messed up stuff, man. They're like, we just ain't the ones on our level. Imagine like the Elon Musk or Bill Gates. Man, you had to sit there and talk to them, man. And the wicked gonna come out their mouth. You know? They're gonna beg you to the poor, man. The devil kind of broke down with something so they tell you they don't need. They don't look like you don't think that's great? Yeah, back on the Epstein Island. Yeah, come on, man. You know what the hell? Man, I can't eat the dad the way he done told me he done did to another man. Or some little boy.
Club, you know, that's the bottle they have to the Illuminati. First rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about it.
God.
Actually, they tell them they can set up their little Illuminati club.
I wouldn't want to join it. That's why the Jake that's in it, you know they filthy, man. Because before I went into a lesson on that. I'm like, I can't do it, man. I think that's the right.
They all stole out, taking ass, bones, weak motherfuckers in the game. They're laughing still. All right, they like I say, the carnal mind leads to death. They ain't carnal mind. They don't have no faith in how much that skyscraper did. They might suck fucking hell. Become interested.
Bad. The bad from good. So that being said, hey, you go to edify. Hey, we want to give our praises too. The house, my ship, outside, my ship, outside. Oh,